Happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday, happy Saturday. I
Yeah,
don't
wrong
really know
way,
why I
but
did. I felt like I needed an intro, and so I somehow I thought that that would do it, and I didn't have time to think of one, so that was my intro. Happy Saturdays.
oh,
Okay, that's all I got, guys. Oh, okay. Oh, that's me all day. Sorry, guys. Des was telling me what was going on in our house, and it has to do with the passwords. And so I'm like,
oh,
um,
who remembers those? No one remembers those.
apparently she does. So
Oh,
I
wow.
was like,
Really?
yeah, because I was like, that's me all day. Because my father, like, all the time is like, what's the password to this? Like, even my father will ask me what's the password to his computer. And I'm like, that's the one that I don't know.
He feels that you should know. You should know him well enough to know what his password would be.
Yeah, I got no
And me is also
clue.
thinking, Happy Saturday, Happy Saturday, Happy Saturday.
I like it. I love this. The password is
Yes,
password.
ma'am.
Because can I tell you, I've changed it now, but I used to have one of my streaming services, and one of my friends wanted to watch something on it. And she was like, hey, what's the password to it? And I said, okay, you ready? She's like, yeah. I was like, capital T. She's like, okay. I was like, EST. She's like, huh? I was like, ING. She's like, yeah. I said, one, two, three, four. And she was like, all right, I got it. It's your password is testing one, two, three, four. I was like, I wasn't sure if I was going to keep the service. So I was testing it out and it asked me for a password.
Did you see what I changed my headline to?
The willing guinea pig. I love it. Yeah, I will be your cruise director today, guys. Welcome aboard the Saturday Shorts.
And yes, Rachel, I also still have my Christmas tree up. So don't judge. Don't judge.
In all fairness, this has been up since pre Panini. So, I mean, that's all I got for you. Uh, Rachel also was first, and she was like, "Muhaha, I'm first." And then
I
Essie
love
came
that.
in. Hello, Essie. Nia, we love you. If you want to jump on, I think I sent you the link. The link
Okay,
should
so
be in
here's
the
the thing.
email.
I meant to tell you backstage. You did not send the links to anyone. I just on the off chance took a chance that the last thing you sent us that said January links, that you had somehow added them to there, and I was
Oh,
right.
see, I thought it was in the email that I was just going to be adding all the links to that from now
Yeah, I don't
on.
remember that part of the email, but then you also know I don't always read the email entirely. It because the email subject line says January links, so I just thought it was for just January. But I was like, she didn't
Okay.
send the links, so maybe it's on the sheet. And I was
Well,
right.
I'll send out a new email to let everybody know that all the links are on the same sheet because they're all in there. So you guys are more than welcome to jump on whenever, however. Cool gamer, hello. We always
You said,
love when you're
"Oh,
here.
does that
Rachel,
oh mean you're jumping on, Nia? Are you coming?"
happy Saturday. Nia's singing with us.
Mhm. Okay, okay.
CB, hello. I'm decluttering and reorganizing, so I won't be sticking around for the stream, just popping in
Oh,
to leave a like.
yeah,
If you want to come over, I have plenty that needs to both be decluttered and reorganized.
me too.
Always willing. Come on over. Oh, Rachel's laughing at us. Yeah, the Christmas tree. I'm determined it's coming down this year. I am determined it is. I don't know how and I don't know when, but I feel it in my heart of hearts and my bone of bones.
I promise that I will try to take mine down this week.
Man, it's
However,
February.
if you
Yes, I
still
know.
see it in my vlog next week, the next time,
Yeah,
I did not
yeah,
succeed.
yeah, yeah. I know it's February. I am not so silently judging. Go ahead. I
Look,
judge
it's
too.
work.
Don't
Taking
feel
down
bad.
that thing is work.
I'd have to leave a book review. You know what's funny is that I do have a little small tree that I put in my room because this is my father's craziness. Uh, Mine's been down since January 2nd.
Way to make me feel bad. Okay, thanks.
So, yeah. That's what we're working with here. Nia, ooh. I lost you.
See, she didn't
Oh,
know
she
either.
said, now I know. Yay. Hugs. Hello, love. I'll try to join in the second hour. Okay, cool. Love it. Mama Maggie, hello, hello. I'm keeping my laptop in the bedroom and the decluttering is going on in the living room, and this computer was expensive. So.
Understandable.
Rachel, Nia's saying hi to Rachel. Somehow I was like, that's Rachel saying hi to Nia, saying hi to. Okay. Anyway, Shay, hello. We got some hello Shays. I took mine down on Orthodox Christmas, but I keep a few things out all year. I love Christmas things. If I took you through the house, Mama Maggie, and showed you all the Christmas stuff that stays up,
The Christmas village.
yeah, that's all I can say. Yeah. I moved just before Christmas, so I didn't bother with the tree this year. A lot of my family actually aren't big tree people, so it's hilarious to me that this is our world.
It's also
So
hilarious to me too.
it's very funny. Like, so, and in all fairness, this is but one. There has been years when there were 4 trees in my house for Christmas.
What?
Yeah, yeah. There's
Okay.
been years. There were, well, at least 3, sometimes 4. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's a lot of trees. It's a lot of trees.
It is because this one you can see from the
Are we talking real trees? We're not talking real trees, right?
2 were real. The other 2 were fake. Um, because this one you could see from the what is this? The patio door, and
Uh-huh.
then there was like another one that was in the family or living room. Yeah, that would be living room. This would be the family room that you could see from the front window. And my father has this thing about the fact that he doesn't want people to see in to see the gifts because then they'll steal them. You know, like people don't just steal during Christmas, whether they see your gifts or not. So he would put one in the basement, which is where we normally do Christmas dinner anyway. And
Oh,
that's where you would put the gifts. So this one was generally real, and the one in the basement was real, but the one in the other room was not.
interesting. Very
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi, Morgan.
Uh, let's see. Oh, this is doing good. Okay. This was answering questions because we got a whole bunch of highs and how is everybody? And Morgan popped in. Hello. Um, oh, progress on book 4 is a bit slow. Only 20K into it. So no, only it's
A
20K
lot.
is good. Yeah. Into it so far, and I may need to cut out a subplot. Ooh, that happens. That happens. I have a story that someone told me I should cut out a subplot for, and I'm fighting for this subplot. I'm fighting for it because I know where it leads to in the next sequel to it. So I'm fighting. I'm like, no.
Rachel's Rachel's funny.
Uh, yes, hope you're doing well too. Oh, some more highs. Uh, when the girls were small, they got to have small bedroom trees. See, yeah. Christmas dinner
I
in the
love
basement, vampire holiday plotting.
Oh,
I love it though. I love that.
interesting though.
The only
Hmm.
reason, I think the main reason that we have Christmas dinner in the basement, vampire plot aside, is because our basement is like a speakeasy. Like the honestly, like our basement is huge. And like if you because I don't know why we seem to collect dining room tables. So there's like 3 dining room tables down there. There's like 4 couches. There's like a full bar. There's a bathroom. And then there's also
Your
what I
basement.
like to affectionately say could be a stage because it's the only place in there that doesn't have carpet. It has like tile.
Your basement, 3 dining tables.
Yeah. Well, it's like 2 big dining tables and then one small kitchen type of dining room table. So yeah, that's and then my father has like the big tables that they have like at the banquets and stuff like that that
Mhm.
lives next to a wall. So that's like the buffet table. So he puts like all that's where we put all the food and stuff. So that's why. And then there's like a TV down there and everything else. And it's like one big huge flipping room. So that's why we end up having Christmas dinner down there because everybody can be in the same room, be in the same space. There's the bar, there's the TV, a bathroom.
Right.
So yeah. Um my late mother-in-law used to keep a tree, excuse me, in the front room with no presents under it, and the tree in the back family room had the presents. One of the neighbors thought she had no presents for us. Oh, did they bring presents though? Because that would be cool. Rachel's fun. I like vampire plot aside. Vampire Tiff confirmed.
Rave
Rave
at
at
tea,
Tea Speakeasy.
speakeasy.
In all
I'm
fairness,
there.
I
I'm
thought
there.
about it. At one point, I honestly did think because there is a private door that you can come through our back.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you could come through our like our backyard from our driveway and walk down. There's like some steps that lead down, and then there's like a screen door downstairs that you can come in to downstairs. So I did think about it at one point because I was like, this could be a nice way to earn a little extra money.
$5 a head. I'm sorry.
But yeah. Shannon's here running sprints in a Discord group, but stop by to say hi and make friends with the like button. Awesome. Adding speakeasy added to my I love it. It's a vampire speakeasy in the basement. Hey. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. I do have an idea for a it's not a speakeasy and it's not just vampire, but it is a bar type of plot idea. I'm playing around with it in my head. When it all comes together, the only thing I have is the name of the bar and the fact that the bouncer is a demon.
Mm.
Because he
On that.
says, because he makes this whole thing. I have a like it's like one line that I have where the somebody else says, "Yeah, if you're a demon, where's your horns?" And he gets all offended. He's like, "See, stupid Hollywood, always making people think the demons have horns and they have tails and blah 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 blah." And the waitress walks by and she's like, "You do have a tail." And he's like, "Yeah, but I don't have horns."
If anyone ever gives him trouble, he could just expose his fangs.
So yeah, speak easy. Christmas dark romance called Blood and Holly in the Big Easy. Hey, I like it. Go with it.
Mm.
Run with it, Mama Maggie. All right, guys. So because I'm at the end of the comments. Let's get into how we normally do this, or how we kind of did it last week. I have 2 different prompts this week. We still have the one from last week. A secret is found out. Either of your characters or both of your characters have a secret, and it is revealed. But in case anybody still wanted to work on that story, like you didn't finish it last week, I also have a new prompt inspired a little bit by Valentine's Day. Um, 2 strangers meet and they realize they have something in common. And the only reason why I didn't be like insta love or falling in love or whatever, as I told JC and Laura yesterday, I knew somewhere there'd be a Laura who would come up with, some type of horrorish reason that they have something in common. And I knew there would be a JC who somehow would come up with they maybe are assassins, or one of them killed one of the other person's friend, and
Where
blah, blah,
murder
blah,
is
blah.
involved.
And it wouldn't be me who, in my head, was like, oh, they meet and they have something in common, like it's a long forgotten romance, or uh, that, they both lost the love of their lives and now they're coming together. So go with it as you will. Whether you want to go romance, whether you want to go, two assassins who just happen to run into each other as they're going after the same person. Because those are all options. Uh, and I figured we could maybe use the same world building of a strained environment, or you could do something where they meet at a party, or maybe it's like a work environment or something like that. I do like the idea of the characters. One can be shy and the other can be short tempered. And again, we could go with acceptance or we can go with love, depending on, how you want to look at that deal. So those are the prompts that we're going to be working with today. Oh, lots of comments after I left. Rachel said, TBH, after the 9 books I'm writing now, I am planning a sci-fi dystopia supernatural standalone with vampires and vampire-adjacent demons, so I may steal the Speakeasy Basement Christmas. Go for it. Do it. And then she's like, dibs! No, 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 no. 23 projects in the queue. I can't start another one. Why do we all have so many projects?
Wow, 23.
I
Wow.
know, that's a lot.
Oh, I thought I had a
That
lot.
you're working on, or just ideas that you have? I'm curious. Because I have like a bunch of ideas, but I'm not working on all of them right now. So I'm curious if
Because
that's
if
that
you
you're
are
working
working
on
on
or that you're just
23,
thinking.
yeah, because if you're working on 23 at the same time, I really need to know your secret.
Right.
'Cause that's a lot of balancing.
Because I think I figured out my brain max is out at like 3, maybe 4 if the fourth one is a short story and I can finish it really fast. They found the speakeasy. Okay. Me, my muse. Ooh, shiny new object. Uh, or shiny new project, rather. Absolutely. You get it. Awesome.
Yes, Rachel, I want to see what you do with that. Vampire speakeasy.
Oh, me and my see, and I hit
Oh,
buttons.
you just saw the private chat.
Uh huh. Yeah,
Sorry.
because I got issues.
It's
Okay,
okay.
cool, awesome. Why do I keep y'all? I keep trying to hit edit, and then I keep hitting it where it shows. Because I'm trying to
It's
change it back
Saturday.
to
So it's
scrolling for when we do the prompts, or when we
right.
do the sprints. So I was trying to get into it so I could scroll it, and I kept hitting where it showed up. Like, just pay me no, never mind.
Mama Maggie says I have them lined up between editing and writing projects, no more than 2 at a time, but I have stuff planned for next 3 years. I don't even know what I'm doing for
Wow.
the next month. Um, okay, maybe next month is a stretch.
Yeah, I was like, I know what I'm doing for the next month. I
I
know
know
what
it
I'm doing
will.
for the rest of the
I have
quarter.
my year planned, but we all know how the
Yeah.
plans go.
Well,
I don't
yeah.
have next year planned though.
I have it
Or
lined up. I don't know if I can work on more than one writing project.
thank you.
JC, I will try to remember to keep you informed, but I have 5 books until
I
then,
can
so I
wait.
will probably
I
forget.
I can be patient. I'll remind you. We'll see you around.
I found where is it? I have a lineup. I don't know if I could work on more than one writing project, but I found okay, I came back into the office in her vampire speakeasy. Yes, I have one as a subplot history in my vamp story. Awesome sauce. Hey, Nick. I have found the best way that I can work on more than one project at a time is to divide it up. Like 3 days on maybe one project, and then like a day in between, and then 2 or 3 days on another project, and then like a day in between. I always need some type of time in between just to let my head kind of redo it. But I also have certain things, whether it's a mood board or like a like playlist of songs or different things like that, that kind of get me in the headspace of a lot of what it is that I might be working on. So I'll be patient. Oh, I have a friend. I see you around. Oh, I haven't.
no threats. You just know
Oh.
you like to pop in every once in a while. So I'll just be like, hey, Rachel, how's that speakeasy story going? Not
She really
anytime
will.
soon. I know you have stories before that. I'll give it some months.
She really will. Because I told her one story, and like then I got an idea for another one after working on that. And I was like, yeah, working on this one project. She's like, is it the one you told me? And I was like, no. She's like,
I really
oh.
like that story.
I mean,
It just
I
happens to be
guess if that's what you
a
want to
really
work on.
wonderful, a really wonderful storyteller.
She also called me out when I was like, but I don't have it really outlined or know what goes into it. She's like, it sounded like you did.
Sounded like it to me when you like told me the whole entire like.
Well, because
How's
I
that
have
not
the whole
outlined?
entire idea, but having the idea where you can say it in like 15 minutes versus having it where you could write like 80,000 words is different.
I believe in you, Tiff. I think you can make it happen.
Mood boards help me switch projects. Yes, mood boards are awesome. I have a mood board video too. If you guys have never made mood boards, that'll kind of show you how you can
Mhm.
do it on Canva. And there's just
Oh, where's
too many
Esther when
story
you?
ideas. At work, actually.
Oh, no, I
She
know.
did let us know that one. French vampires fled to the old world to New Orleans and become part of the founding families in the 1720s, and they celebrate the 20s in every century. I read a story similar to this. It's not this, and I mean, it doesn't have that whole plot line, but it was vampires who there was like a war or something like that in the vampire community,
Hmm.
and they won. I feel like it was in New York that this is where the big battle happened and they were able to beat back the other people. And so every year they do a Roaring 20s party as like a commemorative idea or a commemorative moment of winning that war. So yeah, I loved it because the person was like, I love 1920s style, like clothing style. And so she was really good with like the women trying to figure out what it was that they were going to wear. It was so much fun to like get into that headspace of the clothing from that time. So yeah, but still making that clothing even say in like 1975. I still have the 3-page scribble of a space vampire story that I wrote years ago. That's kind of an outline. I love that. Putting Speakeasy Basement Christmas on the side of it now. Love it. Regina's here. Hello. I'm glad you found us as well. Um, all right. So, do we want to jump into a sprint to kind of work on our stories, or do what's the link? Oh, to my mood board. Oh, well, thank you, JC.
Yeah, for some reason
She
they wouldn't
put
let me
in
put it
a
in the
link to
same.
my mood board video. So if you
It
guys
wouldn't let
need
me
to
put it in the same comment for
check
some
it out.
reason. My phone is weird.
Oh, that's weird. You know YouTube though. They do what they do. Um
Not every Saturday,
Not
Virginia.
every Saturday. It's every other Saturday. We're gonna be doing it. So yeah. For multiple reasons. One, I don't know if I can come up with 52 prompts for short stories. Not to mention that I think it does take a little moment to write a short story, especially because we all have other projects going on. But also, number two, StreamYard only lets me stream so much.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Cause
And between PJs and Scribbles and then this, and I
so
don't want to.
20 hours a month. Is that what we
Yeah.
get?
Plus, I just like I almost burned out last year, and I don't want to do that again. So
And we don't want you to.
yeah. Oh, good. Every other Saturday. Marking it now. Yep. So, do we want to hop into a sprint to start working on our ideas, or do we want to talk about structuring or the structure of short stories?
Should create a poll.
Okay, I can do that. Although Mama Maggie already said sprint.
Yeah, I see. Me and Mama Maggie, we be on the same wavelength. I'm like,
Well, we can do that. Why don't we? Wow. She said sprint spelled a
Nia
little
said
bit
poll.
backwards, and then she said sprint spelled correctly, and then we got sprint big. And then a poll. Prompt two: Yakuza member from separate factions decides to bail, but no one leaves alive. They
No,
meet
that's not
and
what I'm
it's
laughing at.
them against the world for their freedom. Oh my gosh.
I'm laughing at
Hey, I
Oh
like
my
it. Does anyone
gosh.
else trap their Chinese in the
Strap
seat like my
in the
fiance, or strap their Chinese in this like their food?
like the brown bag the Chinese places usually give you,
Right,
like
that's what I
strap.
mean, like the food.
Yes. That's why I was laughing.
No,
Like, no, I do not. I just sit
no,
in. I usually sit in the seat, and it's usually fine.
yeah.
But I mean, I suppose if you want to make sure it's going to be secure, if
Well,
you
actually,
think
in
I'm
all fairness,
crazy,
I generally I'm one of those weird people. I actually don't put my takeout food in the seat. I put it on the floor because I feel like the floor is flat, whereas the seat sometimes slants.
oh, see, I have a thing about putting.
What's in a bag? I mean, if it was just like plain food, no, I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I do put. Yeah,
No.
I do. Or I put it in the back seat.
Yeah, I put
Sometimes I
mine in
will
the
do
back
that.
seat. I do. I put it in the back seat, but not strap it to the seat. I just put it in the back seat. It's
Yeah,
usually
I
fine. I
do.
don't.
I don't know. It's a
Look, I
thing.
don't drive
I
crazy,
don't like
so
it
it
sitting in the
should be
seat.
fine.
I don't like it sitting in the seat. Dang it, Mama May. Oh, oh, here's the way. Yes, they strap it to the
Oh wow.
seat. But I
Okay.
love y'all. Yeah, like the bag is strapped in like a person. No, but I did.
Oh, Nia says she puts hers
Okay,
on the floor on
I'm
the
gonna admit
towel.
this.
Uh
One
oh.
year I was visiting St. Louis when I lived in Colorado, and I was driving, and I brought my like I have a huge stuffed bear that stays on my bed, and I sometimes like cuddle with at night.
Mhm.
And yes, I realize I'm too old to still have a sleepy bear, but I don't care. Um,
That
and
too.
I decided to take it with me, and because I was traveling alone, I might have strapped the bear into the passenger seat so that it looked like there was an extra person, and that I wasn't traveling by myself. I'm just saying. I was younger then. Don't judge. So the food doesn't slip. I did
Thank
it.
you,
Whatever.
Morgan. No, not the floor. People's feet have been on the car floor. No, no.
Here, Nia also says I put mine on the floor on a
But on a
ooh, a
towel. You put
towel.
the
I've
towel
never
on the
thought to
floor.
bring a towel, but I like it. I
That
like this
actually, I
idea.
can.
I'm
That's a
gonna
tip.
start doing that. I'm gonna bring a towel. LOL, yes. I I has been prompt premises. I put mine on the floor too, Tiff. See? Okay, we have another sprint. We have another sprint. Great, we'll do a sprint. I know it's in a bag, but I need a towel as an added degree of separation. I feel you.
Yes, yes.
Um,
Totally, totally get that.
I probably should start strapping my food in. Recently, I stopped. Suddenly, my food spilled all over the floor of the car. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
I would have too. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, but you know what's funny though? Okay,
And
so
see, this is
one
why
time I had
Regina
one
is
time
so
I
cool.
had
I
look,
love that idea, Tiffany. Definitely strap
look,
the bear
so
in.
one
Also,
time I
I
had
sleep with
I
dogs, so I don't need a bear anymore.
one time I had my food since Morgan said something about suddenly stopping, it made me think one time I had my food in the seat next to me. And have you ever just like when you stopped Like when you suddenly stop, you put your hand over there like there's a person or something, and you're like, "Wait,
Yes.
no, food, don't fall." I just like no.
Wait a minute. It didn't even have to be food. If I have, and maybe that's why I don't put my stuff in the seat. I can have like a bag from Target, and I still will be like, oh.
Like, wait, no, don't fall.
Oh, Nick does say I definitely clean my car fairly regularly, though, so I don't mind if I set things down on the floor. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you clean the car, if you unless you are the only one that's ever in your car. Other people get in your car, their shoes get on the floor.
No, for the most part, I generally am the only person in my car. So,
Okay.
because I
Moving
do
on.
try to, fun fact about me, y'all. While I love to drive, I hate to drive at the same time. So if we're ever going someplace, if you give me the option, I'm always going to be like, if you're like, oh, do you want to drive or you want me to? I will always be like, you can drive. So I very rarely have people in my car because I'm that person that's like, no, no, you can drive.
Well, see, I okay. So I love to drive and hate to drive too, but not for the same. Like I don't actually like being a passenger though either. So
It depends on the person because I do have
I
some
only hate
people.
to drive because I only hate to
Yeah.
drive because like after a certain period of time, my legs get a little leg issues and pain issues. So if I drive too long, they start hurting. But that's the only reason that I hate to drive. But I hate being a passenger because I'm always find myself in the passenger side like I need you to drive faster than this. Like I really need you to drive the speed limit at least and not below. Like you'll be fine. I need you to drive fast. But in my head, because I know I'm not the one driving, so I can't criticize someone else's driving, but I'll be like, please drive faster than this.
Oh, I feel like you should
Um
ride with Gwenna.
huh.
I feel like you should ride with Gwenna. You won't have that conversation.
I probably would love riding.
That
Yes.
or you and Gwenna,
Someone knows
oh,
how to
that would probably
drive.
be good because like you and Gwenna, like she'd be upset because somebody was like going too slow, and you'd be like, I know what is wrong with them people.
Exactly. I sure would. I'd be like, the speed limit is 30, not 20. I need you to come on, step it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh yeah,
Or if
you'd
we're
be
in a
fine because, like I
55,
said, she was
if we're in a
complaining about the
55 and they're
person that
going, if we're
went.
in a 55 and
What
they're
was
going
it?
like 40, I'd be
I
like, no, no,
think the
no.
person was going 65 in a 60-mile-an-hour zone, and she was like, "Why are they driving so slow?"
I would also agree with that statement.
Fun
Or
fact: here
like
in
if you're on
Colorado,
like the
stores no longer
highway,
offer bags. You have to buy reusable bags, or my cousin was just telling me this, or pay a disposable bag recycle fee. FYI,
oh,
Colorado offers almost no recycling options for plastics. Now, see, I didn't know about the no recycling, but my cousin just told me that she went to the grocery store and that they didn't. She either had to buy a bag, like you said, the disposable bag recycling fee, or she had to bring her own. And so
I
that's
like
like a new thing that they just started. That's like
I have
wild to
disposable
me.
bags, but I still like the plastic bags. So I never take my disposable bags in the store because then they'll make me use them. So I'll get the plastic bags and then put the plastic bags inside my disposable bags. But anyway,
Oh, see, I'd much rather use my
no, I
recycle
don't want to
bags.
use my no. I want the plastic bags for the house.
We
So I
have
need
enough.
you to give me the
We
plastic
have
bag.
plenty because my father will get the plastic bags.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
eventually if you use them all, they run out.
I can't imagine. I might be 90 before we run out of them damn bags. But the um, the only way I like the plastic bags is if I get meat. I like the meat in a plastic bag. But other than that, no, I'd prefer to use my
Yeah, but
recycle
see
bags.
if you take the reusable bags in the store, at least my store, they won't. I mean, you have to ask specifically, but I'm hoping my store never gets rid of plastic bags. I hope they don't, because
Oh,
I
looks like
waste.
same in California too. So yeah. So I take totes when I go grocery shopping. Yeah, I always take my recycle bags. I even have one of those ones that folds up and you zip it and it stays in your purse. So you can just pull it out and unzip and then you have your bag. So yeah. I didn't know you had to pay to drop off the recycling. Oh, that's different. Uh
Sprint.
It's so limited. Yeah, we're getting ready to because I got one more comment and then we're going into a sprint. I don't think there's any facility for disposable bags. Yeah, I don't think we have one for disposable bags. We do for cans and stuff like that, but not for the bags. So I try and find as many uses for it as possible. Yeah, we have a ridiculous amount of bags. Okay, guys, 30 minutes. While we're sprinting, I'm going to have the prompts scrolling across the bottom, but I'll also drop in a question of how do you do, like, how do you structure your short stories? So, in three, two, one, everybody, let's do the dang thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello, all. Sorry about that little snafu there. My computer has been really weird today. For some reason, it keeps restarting. It just keeps coming up and saying there's an error, and it keeps restarting. And so I don't know what's going on. It's driving me bananas. But that's what happened in the middle of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I went to the kitchen to get something and I came back and I'm like, suddenly I was big and I was like, wait, what happened?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. It was just like I was just typing and I was writing about my character's oily, slick smile. Um, and the whole computer screen just went blue.
Nia.
But yes, we did pick up a Nia, a Vixen of
Hi,
Fiction, who is
Nia.
the short story slugger. Check her out.
No,
Hey.
struggler, struggler.
Oh,
Struggler. I
struggler.
wish I was a slugger. I'm a
Oh,
struggler, not a
okay.
slugger.
See, it's a little small on my screen. Sorry, y'all.
Yes.
But I like the slugger idea. Get it?
I know.
Get it?
Maybe I'll get there one day. One day that will be me. I'll be like just hopping out short stories without creating great big
Right?
worlds to go with it and whole like 3 series novels.
That would be
I
wonderful.
have to tell you, I had fun writing at my where I was going with this. And can I tell you, Mama Maggie's answer to the question, which was how do you structure your short stories, kind of gave me the idea that I decided to go with, which is I try to make the main character relatable, then make the twist as surprising as possible. Because I had two ideas of what my main character might
Ooh.
be, like what their plan might be, because I couldn't figure out what the boss was. Like why the boss, I knew the boss was bad, but I couldn't figure out why the boss was bad, like how they were bad. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, he's both. And I was like,
Really?
one, we get to see ahead of time. And but that's what we think that they're doing in order to punish the boss, and then it turns out it's something totally different because he's doing all of the things that are wrong. And I figured out who knows the secret because it made complete sense. Who would know it once I thought of both things. So thanks, Mama Maggie. I know how the story's ended now.
I need to know which direction you went, but okay.
I went okay. So the story that I've been working on, guys, I started from the last prompt that we had last week, which is a secret is found out. Either your character or both of your characters have a secret and it's revealed. And it's
Mhm.
two coworkers because I'm going with a strained environment. It's two coworkers, and they have been meeting in secret as a plan to get back at their boss, who is doing something shady. And I didn't know if he was sexually harassing the people or if he was embezzling. And now I figured out maybe he's doing both.
Both, yes. Let a shady be
So,
shady.
yeah, so there's something that's happening on Tuesday. Um, and I figured out who's the person who figured out that they're meeting and thinks that they're meeting for one reason, but it actually is a totally different reason. So there's a couple of twists on top of a twist in this. So I'm all excited. I want to finish it now.
Nice.
How did you guys do on that sprint?
Um, I was fixing lunch and hanging out with the
Ooh.
hubby. So now I'm eating lunch, hence the not being on camera. But
I like it.
I was also listening. So
What do or what are we having for lunch?
we are having it's an Asian rice dish. It's where you put chicken and it's like I don't know what it's called. It's just something someone showed me how to make, and it's really good. And you put it with vegetables and over rice. We do a lot of that now.
Ooh, sounds good.
It's delicious.
Okay.
I continued on in my story where she's discovering she's not who she thought she was.
Nice.
Ooh, very exciting, very
But
exciting.
she's 16, so I feel bad for her discovering that she was stolen at birth. But anyway,
Yes. So now I need to come up with a short story.
We have two different prompts.
Yes.
So you can play around, or you can come up with something on your own, whatever it is that's popping in your head.
Oh, I'd have to
and,
pick one.
and Mama Maggie, the balloon is much higher than 5 miles in the sky. It's higher than the airplanes. Um, I don't know how high the airplanes go, but they said it's above wherever the airplanes fly, which is why it's so suspicious. But anyway, talking about the Chinese sky balloon.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Regina is probably editing, correcting the romance today. Close to finishing, but
Okay.
love to write your stories. Awesome. Essie is going to be working on the rough draft of my historical fantasy today, determined to have the whole duology drafted by the end of March. Way to go. Here for it. Regina's answer was, I get a mental photograph of people in a scene, then I turn them loose. They tell me the story. I love that. Essie said we're going back with the recycling. Nick said, I YOLO and hope for the best. I love it. I love it. I love it. Rachel also said, my first shorts, I summoned up the context and then bolted through the small plot points, emotional beats to the end game. Love it.
I like how you
As
said
well
summon,
as,
like she's summoning someone.
I like it.
Mhm.
My last short turned into 9 books, so I think I'm doing it wrong. I love that.
Yeah,
About
That's how my shorts go,
What's my
Rachel.
problem
But we'll
too?
talk about that later. That's exactly how my shorts always go.
yes, this is when I had the whole yeah, it was the whole thing. But I love that you guys, you're like, I don't know, it's just weird. She's just big, and what happened? So
And I
yeah.
was like, I just came back in the room and it was just me. Like, what's going on?
I
Oh
know.
no.
Regina said, I love twist endings. We all do. We're a little cold in the loo today, so that's why I decided to go with the cold timer. Oh, this is where you guys were talking about the balloon. It's a tepid 58. Windows open for some fresh air. That would be lovely. I think
Ooh.
the temperature outside is still in the 20s for us.
We're 28.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're 30. So why aren't you in Colorado? Why is Colorado warmer than us? What's happening?
Fun
I
fact.
think the cold
Okay.
snap is moving east, so it's moving away from that part of that
Oh,
side.
But
it needs to
also,
move away
people
from us.
think Colorado is like always buried under snow or like really cold. Like
Yes,
unless
that's
you're
my
in the
thought.
mountains,
That's
not
my
so
general thought, Colorado.
much.
Yeah, cold. Mhm.
That's how they
Yeah.
always depict it in the movies and on TV.
Well,
At
at
least
least
colder than us.
Well, yeah, it's always colder than us.
Yeah, it's always colder than the East Coast, especially the mid East Coast. Like, gotta be warm, colder than us.
No, not always. Ooh, I made poached eggs and rice for lunch. If I liked eggs, that would sound good. Oh, Regina almost finished another chapter.
Nice.
Awesome. Rachel says, stolen at birth. Dun, dun, dun. This we're talking about that again. That is so funny. 9 books.
I can't
Yeah,
wait.
I get the
I can't
struggle
have
of
that book.
Yep.
I usually start with the image of landscape and then see where it goes. Now that's interesting because sometimes I don't know the landscape. That was you, Regina? Okay, I saw that and I was like, I don't know
Yay.
if I know that person. Well, thank you very much. I look forward to like adding stuff and you reading and telling me what you think. So yay. Awesome sauce. Uh, my shorts also turn into novels 90% of the time. You know what? My shorts rarely
Yeah.
turn into novels. They might turn into series, like where I will take, like I start doing it, and then maybe one character will branch off and go into like a different story, or where maybe like I'll think of another moment in it, and then like that moment will pop up. Like that's what happened with the Christmas Town series that I did,
Hmm.
but um they rarely turn into a full-fledged novel. I guess because I'm looking at them as like, what's the moment? What's the catalyst? What's the resolution? So I'm always seeing it as just that moment and that resolution. So maybe that's why I don't think of the whole novel, because I'm like, once that resolution is done, it's done.
Oh, and I feel like for some of us, it's like almost the exact opposite. Like, even when I'm able to take a snapshot of what's going on in that moment, I'm always curious about what else, the bigger picture, what's going on,
Mhm.
what's going to happen after. Because I feel like for me, a short story is too short to tell the whole thing, but it
Yeah.
is enough to give me that snapshot of this, of a specific event
Hmm.
within the big. I always have a bigger world. So and I also, I don't ever start with a character. Like, it's usually something has happened. What is this thing? And then I throw some, who's this going to affect? And then I start coming up with the characters. Like, there are characters, the events happening, what the characters do within the event, that's what we're trying to figure out. And so there's almost always a bigger story. So when I write a short story,
Hmm.
and I know it's weird because I'm a person who built a whole channel off of short stories, but they were never short stories. They were always little snapshots of a bigger story.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Cause yeah, well, but we also have talked about this. Your gateway into a lot of stories is world building, and mine
Mhm.
a lot of times is character. So I
Yeah.
always start with a character,
Yeah, me
and
too.
it's like what's happening in their world right this moment, and then that's my entry into the short story. This
Yeah,
is
the character
I
always comes to
know,
me
I love
first.
this.
And sometimes my
Like,
character
but
just comes
what's
to me
happening
in
with the
dreams.
character? That's why I like, I would struggle so much if you just gave me someone and said, "This is Sally Mae, make a story for her." I'm like, "Well, where does she live? Where, like, what is her life?" Like, I already, my first thought is, what is her world? So that I can give her a story within the world she lives in. I think I would struggle more with just starting with a character. But if you say, yeah, the zombies are about to come, what's happening, and I'm like, okay, now I can put a person in a story where zombies are coming. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of my characters actually come to me in dreams. Like literally the character will come to me and be like, "Hey, my name is so and so and I have a story to tell. I need you to tell my story." Like sort of
Oh
kind
Now,
of
my
like
god.
see, if
Do you
something
see
comes to me in a
events come?
dream, it's normally the story.
Yes, exactly. And I'm like, what is going on? I'm like the person, I'm the character in the story of the dreams, and something is happening.
Right.
And that's where a story idea will come from. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to put me in this story, but somebody else. How would somebody else react within this story? I love this. This is so fascinating.
That's so cool. See, I always like how you were saying, Nia, like you're like, oh, there's a zombie apocalypse, this. And then you're like, okay, so this is how the character handles it. I'm always like, so here's my character. She's like a warrior. She's like going through this, she's going through that. What can happen that puts her in the center of the action? Oh, zombie apocalypse. Okay.
See, I don't know if my character's a warrior. Zombie apocalypse is happening, and she's just, someone sitting in her home knitting, just having a good old time. And all of a sudden, I'm like the zombie, and she looks out her window. She doesn't know she's a warrior until she has to be. I'm like, you're just living your ordinary life, and then the world starts falling apart about around you. Who are you, and what do you do?
This is so
Mama Maggie said
cool.
JC is her character's ghostwriter. And Rachel said JC is my name is Maximus Meridius Decimus, commander of the Fourth Legion, father to a murdered son.
Oh. That's awesome.
I am my character's ghostwriter. I love that sentiment.
Let's see. Rachel said, yeah, Let There Be Fire was supposed to be a short story, but at 8K, I was like, novella. And now we're here getting book 3 out and book 4
I
ready.
love it.
I
I love
love it though. Oh, Rachel's in California. It is 57 degrees on the Colorado prairie today. Yeah.
Okay, Rachel's in
There
California.
is no winter. Muhaha. Okay, I
Yeah,
love
no
it.
winter.
Rachel
So
is on the West Coast as well. My father and I were having a discussion. I was having a really hard time coming up with people who were on the West Coast that I knew that were in the chats. So now I have another person. Yay! The only time the East Coast news talks about Colorado is when there's yeah. I feel like that's a lot of times though. I feel like that's the only time a lot of people talk about Colorado, is when there's a snowstorm. So yeah. Well, there's winter another 1,000 feet up, but here there is no winter. Yeah, the mountains
yeah,
always get winter. It seems like it doesn't matter where you are. There's always
yeah,
winter in
there's
the
the
mountains.
elevation. Yeah, my
Oh my
sister's in
gosh.
California. There is no winter. She misses it because she likes sweaters and stuff like that. She's like, yeah. I'm like, you just gonna sweat? She goes, for like 10 minutes. I just want to put a sweater on. Like, you poor
Aww.
thing.
It's 9 Fahrenheit
Oh,
in Southwest
Oh God.
Massachusetts. It's
oh,
better than the negative 15 of last night. That's insane. I mean,
yeah. We
I've been
were like, it's
to
so cold.
Michigan, but yeah, that's why I left Michigan.
Mhm.
I did have a Rapunzel moment. Who are you? How did you find me? Where are we? It's a strange world. I don't know. Okay, now I know that. Thank you, Regina. Okay, so I will know that for future reference.
Mm.
Which is really funny because I know that you've done stuff on my Ko-fi before. Somehow I just never remember that that's you. Okay. I will follow you on Amazon and check out your books. Absolutely. Because now I want to know this whole 9-book series that started off as a short story.
Mhm.
I'm more accessible on IG and have a link to more market areas on the profile there. Okay. I think I follow you on IG. I'm almost positive that I do. But anybody who wants to know, here's Rachel on IG, Morley Writes
Yep.
Books. I'm
I'm
almost
double
positive.
checking right
Let me go
now.
look. Yeah. Because I'm pretty positive I follow you. But I follow so many people on IG. Somehow I always forget who they are. Yes, I am fine. Of course I am. I remember now. Cause
Yep.
you have the animals.
Yes, yeah, I remember that's when we started
Yeah, the
Yes.
following.
sheep.
We were like,
Yes.
Sheep.
animals, you say?
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
now. It's all coming back to me. I got it.
How could you
Aha.
forget? How could you? That was such a lively conversation that night.
Well, because I remembered the sheep. I just didn't remember Rachel was one that had the sheep. But like 5
Rachel,
seconds ago, I didn't remember,
I'll just say, Rachel, I'll
Regina
never forget you.
on
Mm-mm.
Ko-fi. You guys, if I don't write
I'll
it down,
never
it
forget
comes
you,
out, which
Rachel.
is why I write stories. Is anyone doing DL Gothic Romance February challenge? I need a
I don't. What
recommendation
is that?
because I'm
I
not
don't
a
know
fan.
who.
Jane Austen's Emma was the closest thing I read to a Gothic romance, and I did not enjoy it.
Who's
Okay, but I love
DL?
Emma.
What's
That has
You
never
feel
DL?
like,
happened.
you know what? If it's Jane Austen, I would feel like Northanger Abbey is more gothic than Emma.
But who's DL? DL's Gothic
DL
It's
Romance.
D.L.
Hillary,
Hillary.
maybe,
Oh, okay.
maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
I haven't heard of this Gothic Romance February challenge. Let us know more about it, Mama Maggie, because
Yeah, because
I haven't heard of it.
I'm following D.L. Hillary, so let me double. But YouTube trolls me though and doesn't show me things that I'd actually be interested in a lot of times.
I really like that's my issue nowadays with social media because I feel like I don't need you to curate the group of friends and people that I've already curated. Like I know
Yeah.
who I decided not to be friends with. So I don't need you to then decide out of the people I became friends with who I need to see. Obviously, I wanted to see everybody I became friends with. Stop telling me who I need to see.
Yeah, I think that's the problem I have with because I don't go on Twitter a lot, but when I do go on Twitter, there's specific things that I'm looking for. I'm usually because I'm searching for something that I heard about in the news, and the news is taking too long to tell me what's going on. And Twitter is always like, this is what it is. So I go to Twitter for that, but I also go to Twitter because I like certain things. So there used to be like the trending things for you. So if it's home improvement stuff, if it's artsy stuff and stuff like that, it would show up and I'm like, why is that gone? And I'm not on Twitter enough to have noticed when it left, but I
But I
do
think
know
you
when I go to it and I'm like, I want to see art stuff or home improvement stuff. Why is the trending for me not there anymore? And it's now showing me stuff I don't like US trending. I know that there's like the US trending and news trending and all of that stuff. But even that's all changed, but none of it, but the trending for you used to be things that are trending in the topics that you like. And I'm like, where did that go? So I don't like that they do that because if I've curated my space to show me things that I enjoy, why are you showing me a bunch of stuff I don't like? I feel like you're pushing an agenda or I don't know what it is. I don't know why you did. I don't understand the change. I just don't get it.
I don't curate my stuff. So I don't even well one, I don't
Oh,
know
well,
how to
it's
curate,
you curate
but
your stuff by liking things.
I don't curate because like okay, like well, in terms of YouTube, like I don't have it curated to show me certain things, but sometimes that's a good thing because that's how I see new people that I've never would have seen before if I had curated to just show me the people I follow, because then I will
See,
never
it doesn't
discover
show
anyone new.
you. Yeah, see, it never shows you
I've
just the
discovered
people
new
you
channels that
follow.
I've discovered new channels that no one else I know follows them because they've never heard of them. But I would have never seen them if YouTube had only shown me people I know and follow.
Well, no,
Then I
I
would have
don't mind that they show me
Yeah,
people that I don't, other people that I don't
yeah,
follow
I
or
don't mind that
whatever.
either. It
But
shows
it's
me that
like
stuff.
also show me the people that I follow. Like
Yeah,
I can go into YouTube and I know I'm following like 70, 80 folks. And it's like, why is it I can go into YouTube for a week and I still only see the same 5 people.
yep.
Even if the same 5 people have only posted one video during the week. It's like now I'm seeing their back video or like
Mhm.
a video they posted a year ago, as opposed to maybe
New stuff
someone
from people
else
that
that
you
I
follow.
follow just
Exactly.
posted a video, but for some reason it's not showing me
Yeah.
that.
I don't
And
know.
so
Maybe
that's why I'm like, just
JC.
show me everything.
Yeah, JC must have the
I
special
know she
the
has
I don't
special
special
I don't
YouTubes.
curate anything. I just let it show me whatever it shows me. Same with
Oh,
Twitter.
no. See, I think
Yeah,
it
no,
okay,
I'm
here's the other
picky.
thing. It also shows you stuff by region. So if I don't say I like these things and
Cool.
hit the like button on certain things, it's gonna show me some weird wackadoo Southern North Carolina stuff
Mhm.
from people
Wackadoo.
that
I
I
love
don't really
that.
want your opinion or thoughts on. So I have to be like, not interested in this, not interested in that, and I like this and I like that
Well, I mean,
in
if it's
order to
something I'm
keep from getting stuff
really not
that
interested
are
in,
from
I
my
will click.
location
If
in the
it's something
South.
I'm really not interested
Rhonda,
in, then
I like there are
I'll
certain
click not
people I
interested.
don't.
But like, I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me.
This is
Mhm.
crazy to me, Mama Maggie. The series I started publishing this month started as a 40K story, and now it is 1,000,000 words. The problem is now I have to edit, but
Mhm.
it's the million words. That's the part.
Well, that's not a story anymore. That's a novel. Well,
Well, I'm sure. I
that's
think it's
George R.
multiple
Martin level
stories. Well, I think it's
story.
multiple novels, isn't it?
Yeah, like a
Yeah.
series. So,
But wow.
mhm.
I didn't know that, Regina. Oh, very cool. I have family in Nevada. I have family in Nevada and I've never been to Nevada. It's great. Hey, Days. Oh, Des is saying hello to everybody. Everybody say hello to
Now some of
Des.
other friends pop in.
Uh, oh, Laura came in. Hello, Laura. It was DL Tillery.
Yes,
Um,
I just found it, which it never popped up, which is crazy
we
because I
have
sometimes
a
even go to her streams. So
Northanger Abbey for sure. Oh, Maggie, a good gothic romance could be so much fun. I should write one. Have your heroine fall in love with a ghost.
Mm,
Ooh. It's more
interesting.
gothic romance than Emma. Yeah, I don't think of Emma as a gothic. So
Yeah.
yeah. I haven't seen an adaptation of that in forever. I need to binge watch Jane Austen BBC adaptations. BBC adaptations are so good. Remember that TV show with Sea Captain's Ghost?
Not
That was
whatever
a
they
gothic
did with Little
romance.
Women. That was a terrible. I'm sorry.
I don't remember. I don't remember that TV show. Yeah, but interesting.
Oh,
Laura just read a thriller manga from 1970 called The Book of Oh,
Oh,
just the name.
right.
It was very interesting. The theme is metamorphosis. You
okay.
lost me on the name, Laura. You lost me on the name. About to read We Have Always Lived in the Castle.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Why does that give me the Others vibe? I don't know if you guys ever saw The Others with Nicole Kidman, but somehow
Mhm.
that gives me that vibe. We have always lived in the castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't read it, but a while ago I watched it and I need to rewatch it because it just popped up on like my Amazon and I'm like, I know I watched this. What was it about? You
I
ever
love it.
watch
You
like
not only
something and be
write
like, wait a
horror,
minute.
you talk
If
horror,
I
you
think
read
I
horror.
liked it.
What, The Others? I love The Others. I don't watch it very often, but it is one of those like I'll maybe watch during like October or something like that. Esther, hello. Are we still at work? Um, well, YouTube will show you like content to what you follow and often watch. True. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we have some hellos for Esther. Uh, that is wonderful and horrifying. Awesome. Oh, downloaded Northanger Abbey. We'll see if I like this one.
Yes.
Yay. Uh,
It's for
South
Jane
and
Austen, it's her most YA-ish also. Um she just when you read it, we'll talk about it. Let me know when you're done reading it so we can talk about it. But if you're just not a fan of Jane Austen, I think some of the things, the hangups, like the language and like the long-windedness, I think that's still going to be a hangup. But if you're like on the fence, I think Northanger Abbey might do it for you because I Northanger Abbey happens to be my favorite.
okay. Um, they're outside of Vegas. I don't know if that's north or south. And in all fairness, I don't even know if they're north or south of Vegas. I just know they're outside. Oh yeah, that's all I got. They're I think they're like almost an hour from the Grand Canyon. Does that help? That's the best I got. Because I know my father went out there to visit. He said something about them going to the Grand
The
Canyon, and
Grand
it was like
Canyon
an
is.
hour of a drive. Maybe it's a little bit more than that. I just feel like I remember an hour
I
somewhere in
was
the
bad
drive.
at my geography, but is the Grand Canyon in Nevada?
Yeah, part of it's in Nevada. Yeah.
Oh, why did I think it was in California? Okay.
No, I don't think it's in California.
Maybe
Is
I'm
it?
thinking of some other national monument, something ish. I don't know.
But
Never
then
mind.
again, Nevada and California are
I'm telling
really
you the truth.
close because my father has visited um, this relative, and they've gone from their house to California like in a day and like hung out and then driven back. So California and Nevada are, like right neck and neck. So yeah.
It's not that great at geography, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, it will be a 13 to 15, or it will be 13 to 15 books when she's finished. So yeah. Oh, Laura has a cousin that's an hour and a half outside of Vegas. So yes. My brother who passed away lived in Vegas. Wow, we got all kinds of Vegas going on. That's easily a quarter series. Oh, let's see. I had all the fun writing it, and now for the unfun part. Yeah, well,
Mm.
those things.
Yeah,
I
very.
love the Ghost and Mrs. Murr. You were too young to remember that. Oh, maybe that's why I don't remember it. Okay. But I appreciate the young. Thank you. Because normally I'm on Gwenna's channel and, then I'm like the old fogey. So, so thank you for that, Purdue. See, that's why you just keep that bar right here. That's what she does. Oh lordy, I do feel that unfun sentiment. Thanks, Maggie. The Ghost and Mrs. Murr. Oh, we're almost at the end of the comments, and then one more sprint. Have you guys seen the Don Knotts movie, The Ghost and Mr. Chicken? I have seen that one. uh, Don Knotts is hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That is South. Vegas and everything around it is Southern Nevada.
He
Okay.
was
Okay.
hilarious.
Okay. Yes. Yes, an hour from the Grand Canyon puts them near the Arizona border. There we go. Tips geography, like no. JC's geography. We will have you in the middle of the country talking about, yeah, it's right around the corner from Oregon.
Regina, Grand Canyon isn't in California, you sweet Jesus. Look, can you tell I've never really been anywhere? I'm just.
It is partially in Arizona, though, right? Because it's not just in Nevada. It is partially in Arizona, too, right? Am I wrong on that? Again, we will have you looking for someplace in South Dakota. I mean, like, for real. I'll send you both of them. I keep a map because I have to know where
I
it
do
is I'm
not
talking
keep
about
maps.
because I know
No,
that I will
I
be
don't
lost.
keep maps.
Oh, my father had, like, if I went downstairs, he has so many atlases and maps, like, it's ridiculous. So yeah, I generally, though, one of my favorite things, because I have like the AAA membership, if I'm writing a story and I know that it takes place in a specific town, like a specific area, I will go get a map and like a tour book of that specific state. So at least I have some ideas of what's happening in that
Yeah.
state.
Oh,
Because that's the
fun.
closest I can go. We have, but now, was it Nia? I think it was, you were talking about doing the what is it, like the Google Earth?
Google Earth and Google Maps, absolutely, so much fun.
I'm
I
very
highly
tempted to do
recommend.
the Google Earth.
Great way to pass time, to relax, to just look at cool stuff, places you haven't been. I highly recommend.
Okay,
You
yes,
can
I'm
literally
really
walk
excited.
down streets.
I don't know about relaxing, but okay.
It's
I'm
fun. You can walk down
I do
streets.
like to research, but I don't know how relaxing it would be to stare at maps all day.
Well,
Why
I
are the
think
Oakland Raider fans driving to Las Vegas? Because isn't the Oakland Raiders still in they're not still in California?
So, I think they're in Nevada. I don't.
Oh, I thought they were still in
Because I think they're
California.
I want to say that they tore down that stadium and they're rebuilding it or something like that. I don't know all the logistics. Look, that's not a team I keep up with.
Yeah, it's not one I keep up with either. I used to, because I used to work with somebody. They would have
Yeah,
a bet
Regina said
between the
now the
Broncos and
Raiders are
the
now
Oakland Raiders.
the Raiders are now the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, yeah, we are twice Gwenna's age. She says it all the time. I don't think it's twice, but I'll let her go.
She has
Yes,
said
they are in Arizona. Ha
she has said before.
What's right?
Oh, it just got real quiet. What happened?
I know. I don't know. Did Tiffany freeze?
Tiffany froze. She froze. Oh no!
I
Did her
think it's
computer
way too
restart?
quiet.
Oh, oh gosh! Please don't tell me her computer restarted in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I think it did. Oh, Tiffany, come back! Oh no! At least she froze in a laugh.
I know. That's such a nice pose.
Oh gosh! Oh, poor Tiffany. Tania,
Yes, Casey.
what do you have planned for the rest of the day?
Oh, personally. So Saturdays are usually a family hangout day. I have my husband currently watching The Equalizer. That's how I have
Ooh.
time to do this.
Wait a minute,
Yes,
the
with
show
Denzel.
Equalizer or the
No,
movie?
the movie with Denzel Washington.
Oh, because you
So
know the
he,
show with Queen Latifah. Have you
yes,
watched the show
I
yet?
heard. Has
It's
anybody
good.
seen
It's
that?
really good.
Is it good? Okay. All
It's
right.
You're
I'm
talking
gonna
really
about
have to
the
good.
check.
Equalizer?
Yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
show, Queen Latifah show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay,
Y'all.
good too. At least you weren't gone that long.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this plan to back up all of my stuff on this computer, especially considering last night I figured out that I'm having these problems and the computer's not even 3 months old.
I was gonna say, isn't this a new one?
Yeah.
Oh no.
And so I was going to take it back over to where I got it next week, but now I'm thinking I'm going to need to back everything up and take it over there tomorrow because I do not understand why it's continually doing this. Like
Mm.
I don't get it. I don't know if it's something specific that I have up. I have no idea why it's doing that. And especially considering I don't even have I would understand if I had like 50 or 60 tabs open. I don't even have I have like maybe 5 tabs
Oh,
open. And I even
Oh,
stopped writing in Scrivener when it did it during the last sprint. I went and started writing on my tablet in Scrivener instead of doing it on here because I was like, well, maybe it's because I have the two things open. I
right.
don't know what it's doing. And
Regina said, "What
it's so
brand is it?"
ridiculous.
yeah.
Huh?
Regina
Regina
wants
asked,
to know
"What
what
brand
brand.
is it?"
I think it's supposed to be an HP. It's an Invictus. It's a gaming computer. So that was
Oh,
why I got it because it was supposed to have more,
yikes. Yeah, I was just about
backup
to.
and more memory and all the other stuff. I do not know what's happening.
I was about to recommend HP because that's what I got from me and my daughter. She games every game on hers. It's amazing.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
an
Um,
HP too.
it's
And I
I don't
even
know.
I was gonna do Sims and everything because I was very excited. And I think I've
Mhm.
opened Sims all of maybe
Yep.
twice because each time it just sounds like it's killing the whole motor. It's just
Oh
doing all
no.
this different stuff. And I'm like, I don't understand how this is supposed to be a gaming computer and I'm
There's a
having
problem.
these
I
many
think there's a
issues.
problem with that laptop.
Yeah.
Not
Um,
to
So back
mention my
everything up and
we
be
run the
like,
Sims
"Look,
on
I
it.
need a replacement." They owe you a replacement laptop.
and even
So
Yeah.
my you remember I was telling you originally one of the things with it was that I was excited because I would be able to do Photoshop. And it does the same thing with Photoshop. It freezes and then it closes.
you have a
And
warranty,
so
right?
yeah, I mean, I should have a
So
warranty on
back
it. Like I
everything
said, it's not
up
even
and
3 months old.
but don't
Yeah.
even ask them to fix it. Just tell them you want a new one.
Even
I'm not even worried about them fixing it. I
for
would be
stuff. Oh
really
yeah.
annoyed to have
No,
to
because they're gonna
download
try. They're gonna
absolutely
try to
everything
suggest
again.
because they're gonna try to suggest fixing it first, and you'd be like, "No, it shouldn't be doing all of
I'm
this."
very annoyed and offended by this conversation because it's absolutely stupid that I that is maybe the 7th or 8th time it has restarted this morning.
Wow, that's not. Mm-mm. Matter of
Within the
fact, if you
last,
could take
say,
it over there
3 hours.
today, if you could take it over there today, I would
Yeah,
take it
just
over
go
there.
ahead and back up all of your stuff because that is highly unusual. I don't know which HP I have because it's we have the one that flips, the one that flips all the way around. You can, you know what I mean? Flip it backwards. Um, but we've had no problems with it. And
Yeah,
I'm,
I don't
yeah,
know.
this is
Mama Maggie says apparently she does not recommend HP, but HP is my HPs have never overheated on me.
mine either.
Or frozen. The last one I
I
had, I
haven't
had
had it
for like
overheat.
over
The
the last
freezing
one
I've
I had
had.
for over a decade. That's the only reason why it failed on me. But
Yeah, my last HP was wonderful. The reason why I had to get rid of it is because it actually got stepped on. When it got
oh
stepped on, the whole
gosh,
screen cracked. So I had to use a monitor. And let me tell you, that thing still worked for another year. The fan was broken. It still works, but it's just it was cracked, and I needed something reliable. Once the fan, because the fan also got the whole thing just got stepped on. I thought it was ruined, but I was able to get all of my stuff on because the HP kept on running. It was fantastic. And
HP
then
was
I went
amazing.
to Dell last, and I was like, no, I'm going back to the HP. And that's why I went back to the HP. And because the old HP ran The Sims, I was able to game on it. I did a lot of gaming on it. So both me and my daughter have the same laptop. And when I tell you she plays every game on this HP, she plays every game. But it's the thin one that You can flip it. I forget what it's called because I can't look at it. Because I'm using it and I have it flipped the other way. But it's the one that the you've seen the ones that flip all the way around.
Mhm.
You can that it's that one.
Yeah, my cousin has, or well, my younger cousin, she had one of those when she was in high school because she went to like a accelerated type of school. So they actually gave them laptops to
Oh,
use,
Nice.
like while they were in school. I mean, granted, if you lost it or broke it, like your family had to pay for it, and it had to be
yeah,
turned
you
in
make
for you
sure
to
you
get your
don't lose it or break it.
diploma at the end of like your time there. But that's what she had, and then when she went to college, she bought a Mac. But yeah, I just well, you go to an accelerated school, you get a 4-year scholarship, so you have a little extra something to buy the Mac. So yeah, but I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. It's just
Mm,
it's very annoying. But Des also says that she gets a blue screen on hers a few times.
So
interesting.
what y'all
So
doing to y'all HPs? But HP is amazing.
And I also would usually have a
nothing that I
lot of
know
I have a lot of tabs open all the time. I remember to
Oh
close them
yes,
now.
creative tabs,
yes,
creative
we know.
tabs.
I do remember to close the tabs, and I have been doing other things that my kids tell me to do. Like I do a full restart at least once a week. You know.
See,
That's
I
wonderful.
restart every day. Like I turn it off every night.
Yeah, me too.
Unless there's like something where I'm like in the middle of something and like I'll put it to sleep.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is not good.
Oh, she froze again. Oh gosh, Tam.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's something with that
Yeah,
laptop.
something is going. Something has broken in her laptop for it to be doing that.
I wonder, was it a refurbished laptop? I wonder. Because now refurbished laptops usually have issues.
Yeah.
Tiff, well, at least she always freezes in such
Okay.
good
Yeah,
post.
mine is the HP Envy, and
I
it's
don't
got
know.
like high whatever all of the things so that you can game. We got the highest of all of the things because that's what my son said to do. And the one that broke was also an HP Envy, the one that got stepped on years ago that I loved. And then I got the Dell and had the Dell for 2 years, and the Dell just kaput like after like a year and a half because it was too the stuff I was doing like trying to game and all the programs, the art programs, it was just too much for it, I guess.
Right. Yeah, and you do a lot of stuff
I do,
on your.
and I can do all of those things on this laptop. I love it.
There are words floating in my head
I
right now.
know.
Can't say
They're not good words.
that.
Oh,
They're not writing words.
Oh, Tiffany.
They aren't story words.
They're
Like
just wonderful.
I want to do another sprint and like I'm scared to do another sprint because I feel like it's going to like keep doing this.
Rachel said, "Oh no, our Tiff, she's broken."
Yeah. Yeah.
mhm.
I don't okay,
Whatever you want to do.
we're going to try another sprint, guys. And if
Okay.
it stops and I have to come back again, then we're just going to have that be the day because I don't know what is happening. I mean, it's done it before, but it's never been this bad. Like I do not get what's going on.
Oh, they
Okay.
just shot it
I mean,
down for you?
yeah,
Really?
that's what I was like.
Oh,
Oh, that's
That's
what the gas was about.
the
I
first
thought they
part.
said they didn't want to shoot it down because they
I
were
know.
worried
They don't
about
know what it,
the yeah, they don't know what's
but
in
they
it.
said shot it down over the ocean. So,
Okay,
but
okay,
hey,
okay.
over the Atlantic, that's kind of close to
Because
us.
before it was over a town or something. It wasn't over anywhere that they could shoot it down at.
Hmm. All
Got
right.
me
I
turned on
need to look
CNN
into it.
on the weekend. Hold up now.
So for the first 10 minutes of the sprint, that's what I'll be doing. And then I'll get into seeing if I can come up with something for a short story. That's my plan for the sprint.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can finish this. Well, maybe not finish, but work on this one. We see
okay.
what
Well,
what
I'm
her
gonna
and her
see
mother get
if
in some kind of
this
altercation.
will
Well, not
keep
altercation.
working. And if it doesn't, then we know what we're doing. So, in 3, 2, 1, hopefully we can do the dang thing.
froze. Freeze.
Y'all, I was in a moment.
With the story?
Yes.
Or something else? Oh.
I was in a moment. I was like, and like almost perfect timing because what I was writing was okay. It was like, so there's still a chance that whoever wrote that note knows about our meetings. Yes. And you are still willing to chance it? I don't think we have a choice. Jill leaned forward. This has to go off without a hitch. The timing has to be perfect, and the only way to make sure that happens is to go over it again to make sure we haven't missed anything. Okay, he agreed. Good. She pretended that she didn't see his lips turn up into a small smile. So then another knock at the door stopped whatever she was going to say. Eyes wide, she looked, and that's when the timer went off. It was like perfect timing.
Oh.
Hi. Oh, let me turn off this light. It's super bright.
Oh, that was a perfect timing. And I'm
right.
like,
I looked over and it said
the
freeze, and I was
cliffhanger.
like, no.
It's a good
That is-
cliffhanger though.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I was like totally in a moment. I was like, no. So yay. How'd you guys do?
I don't know if I like it.
I am positive it is great.
I feel like it might be a little too boring, but it's okay.
She was kidnapped at birth. How is that boring?
Well, maybe the way I'm telling it might sound boring. I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like it's good.
You haven't heard it.
It's you. Duh. We have a actual Nia.
Yes.
Yes, it's the real thing. Live and in color.
Awesome sauce. How'd you do?
So I found out about the balloon. Of course, I knew it was shot off the coast of North of the Carolinas because we were just talking about people who saw it here. So I was like, of course. But it was done over the Atlantic, so at least that. And then I started an outline because that's how I am. I can't just write a short story. I'll take my F and I'll go now.
Oh,
no.
Ow, I hit myself in the nose. Okay, but that really hurt. Oh. I was like, come back. And somehow I just put my hand up it. Just really knocked myself in the nose.
Oh
no. Oh, okay. I'm good. Guys, we're good.
Are you okay?
Good.
Really? No, are you okay?
Yeah, I just think I scratched my nose. Oh. See, I knew I needed to do my nails today and cut them down. Okay, great. That's just, yeah, that's where we're at. There's no problems. Nothing to see. Keep it moving. Regina said, JC, do not doubt your storytelling abilities.
Thank you, Regina.
As well as, Nia, think of a short story as if it were a scene in a novel.
Yes, I have to get to that scene.
But I also feel like she does an outline for a scene as well.
Yeah. Once I get to that scene in the outline.
Regina got started on another chapter. They got distracted by phone calls. It happens. Thank you very much. I'm telling you, I'm fully enjoying this story. And you know what's funny is that I'm not even positive if I wanted to make it into something more, I could figure out how to make it into something more. Right now, it's just kind of right where it's at. But Eva came in. She said, well, shucks, I forgot about this. Oh. Perfectly okay. But also that she's off to see the kiddos' basketball game. Yay. So we will see you next Saturday short, absolutely, which will be in 2 weeks. And Des is anxiously awaiting for a printed proof copy of Project Blinding Lights to get delivered by Amazon today, which sounds awesome because everybody's getting proof copies of stuff. I want proof copies.
No, I want a proof copy of my novel, but it's so bad though. Like I would love to see it, but it's so bad. I just need if I go through it.
But
the
you
draft
can get
one
it
time.
for the purpose. But you can get it for the purpose of editing it.
But
I
see,
mean, you still have a proof copy, but
because we've had this conversation of how I don't write in books or anything. So
Yeah,
me
it would just be
a
there.
proof copy to edit, like I'm not gonna highlight it, I'm not gonna write it, and I'm not gonna fold down a page. It's just there.
You know what I have though? I have these. They're like they are
well, what if you get it
see-through.
printed out at Staples? Because that's different. That's not like a book.
That won't that
That's
cost more money? The one from
I
Yeah,
Amazon?
mean,
it
yeah,
probably
but I'm
would.
saying if
But
you're thinking of it in
I
terms of
probably could, like I probably would
if
do
you're
better
thinking of
with
it in
that.
terms of I can't mess up a book, then Staples isn't really a book. It's like a bound copy of paper that you know print. I don't know. I
have
know I need to
That
edit.
says it's
I
for
need to
editing. It's
edit on
supposed to be
paper.
there.
Yeah,
I need to edit on paper. I can't
but yeah,
edit
but
on the computer.
I need it to be better than it is before. I need to at least go through it once before I do that. But
Yeah,
I
but
have
I'm
these.
saying when you
They're
edit,
see through.
but when you edit, don't you? Because you're a paper and pen person too, don't you?
Yeah.
Like you need it on paper to edit, so it has to be printed out
But
somehow.
yeah. Okay, so my other novels that I've written, I have them on paper. I want to grab them without knocking everything over. But there's 1, 2, 3 of them. I need to put the fourth one in here. But they're printed. They're printed, but they're in here. But I printed them out on regular paper. If it's in a book, it changes the dynamics. So
But not
I
if
would
you
have to go through it.
I'm like that too. I don't like messing up a book. But if I have it in my mind that it's specifically for the purpose of me editing it, because
that's why I
like you
have
said,
these.
it would cost more at Staples. So if it's going to cost
Yeah.
more, I'm trying to save money. So if I have to
But
tell
The
myself
only thing I could think
because
of
I
is
can't
you
print
know
out
how
because it would take too much ink to print it out on my computer. And I would normally print it out and put it in a binder. I get what you're saying, but that's a lot of ink.
It is.
I think the only way that I could maybe do it, I know that like Lulu has where you can print it and it's like wire bound.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Well,
Then
So
it would
I
feel
could
well
maybe do
enough,
that.
So
So
how much is
kind of
that?
be like a book, but not quite. And I would look at it as maybe, I don't think I would look at it as like a book. I would look at it
still
as like
more
a
than getting a
workbook.
proof copy from
And
Amazon.
so then that would be like, okay, I think I
It
can
was
take that.
from Lulu. It's more like $20-something, but that's still more than getting a proof from Amazon. It's cheaper to get a proof from Amazon.
Yeah, the proof from Amazon.
Mama Maggie says $60 to $90 from Staples versus $5 to $7 from Amazon is all the justification I need to write in a book.
It's not 60. Well, Dez's might have been 60 to 90 because her
Yeah.
thing was 400 something pages. Mine's from Staples said it was going to be more like 30-ish bucks, but that's still too much.
Yeah, I printed mine out. They're front, back, and when I say that the font is tiny, I think I printed them out in like 6 font. The font is so small. Just because
wow.
Okay, I got good eyesight, and that's too small for me. Like, wait,
Yeah.
the font is the font is super tiny. But if I got in a book, I would just want to go through it one time, just to like the silly stuff that you're like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? Just to at least get the silly stuff out. But I would be able to use these because they're see-through Post-it notes.
Yeah, I could probably use Post-it notes in it.
That way I could use the see-through Post-it note as like a highlight and then mark the Post-it notes.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. But I think you have to use a Sharpie and then you have to wait for it to dry before you close the book. So that's the only thing because it will smudge if you use regular pen.
I could maybe do this, Mama Maggie, where I took the pages out, like if I cut the pages out and then like bound it in another way, I could maybe work on it. But if it's a book, like I need it to look like a book. I can't, even when I was in school, I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
And I feel you. Y'all know how I feel about defiling a book.
Yeah.
But if I mentally tell myself, look, this is for the purpose of editing and my budget says that this is the only choice, you know, sometimes it is what it is.
We'd have had issues.
Oh yeah,
No. Because first of all, I'm sorry, did you spend your money to buy this book?
Exactly.
No, I spent my money to buy this book. That's number one. Number two, if I'm showing you that I took notes off of the chapters and I have the notes highlighted and I have everything taking place, no, no, no. We going to town.
Exactly.
We may not be throwing hands, but we throwing something.
I'm a book defiler, so I can't add to this conversation. I am not a book
Regina says
defiler.
I use hundreds of post-it notes in every book.
Yes. All the post-it notes.
Yeah.
But see,
Oh my
post-it
God.
notes are expensive too, and I don't want to use all of my post-its on that either because I want to save my post-it notes for other things. So see,
But see, how is that proof? That does not prove anything to me. And I easily would have left her class because I just would have found somebody else. But just because you highlight a book, how does that prove that you're serious about becoming a quality nurse? Because realistically, I could just open the book and just go like this, and then turn the
you
page
write
and go
notes
like this,
down.
and then turn the page and go like this.
It's called
That
a
doesn't mean
notebook
anything.
with
That just
for
means I
notes.
highlighted a page.
It's called a notebook for taking notes. That's how you prove you're serious.
So no, we'd have had
Hello,
issues.
Keith.
Woo, we'd have had
Yeah,
issues.
I had a notebook for my notebooks. Like for my workbooks that I paid for that I wanted to resell, especially the ones that you want to resell. Like,
Me and
no,
that
I'm not
teacher would have had
marking
a
this bad
problem.
boy up.
So then what's more? What that proves that you're being serious? Again, if I'm
We
taking
had a
notes,
problem.
that proves I'm being serious during your lectures.
I can take better notes. Yeah.
Yeah,
During the lecture than
I'd
highlighting.
have had to get another
Also,
teacher. I
because
easily
when
would have.
I'm learning,
No.
if when I was in school, I don't. This is not now because the brain is not the same. But when I was in school, if I wrote something, I remembered it. Like it was like
Exactly.
imprinted. If I wrote
Because
it
some
down.
people learn differently.
Mhm.
So, like, for some people, you need to, again, I'm with Nia. If I don't write it, I'm going to forget it. Number one, if, like, some people, like my cousin, she has to, like, color code different stuff in order for it to stick. And, like, she has a specific color code of how she does things and how everything works. And so that would have been too hard to push, like, it has to be in the book. Like,
Yeah, no, that would have not worked for me. I was like the
No.
queen of note cards. I would buy note cards and I would write everything down, and everybody would want to borrow my note cards because I wouldn't need them after I wrote them down. Once I wrote it on the note card, it was like solidified. And so I'd have a stack of note cards of everything that we knew would be on the test, and all of my friends would be like, "Can I borrow your note cards?" Because
Exactly.
I'm like, yeah, I don't
No.
need them anymore. Once I've written it, that's it. It was learned.
See, this just sounds like control
I wish
issues to
my
me.
brain still worked like
And
that.
plus, sometimes when you write your own notes, you may not understand it the way it's phrased in the textbook. But you
Right.
can write it in your notes the way you understand it.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah, this sounds like control issues to me. Like, I would suggest she seeks psychiatric help. Because
I said to the
no,
people that are
we have
in the
issues.
box teachers, I don't like that. I have a whole thing. I do not like teachers who put all the students in a box. And if you learn outside of that box, then it's wrong. Don't get me started. I can't stand it.
See, I feel a lawsuit in this conversation or something. Because I had a friend who copied the words verbatim from the book so she could resell it, and the meanie told her she needed to keep her nursing text and tore it in half. Again, did you spend your money on this paper and this pen and this book? No. Like we having some issues. I may sound nice, but I'm not.
1-800-DEAN. Hello. We need to have a conversation about this teacher.
We got graded on what? On our we got graded on our book annotations in high school and college, but a teacher never forced us to write in the book. They just said it was easier than having separate Yeah, no.
Yeah. And for me it wasn't. I'm like, here's my notebook.
Yeah. Regina, I had to write everything out in my own hand, diagram stuff on paper and everything. That book was 320. No,
right,
no, girlfriend. I agree. That teacher sounds awful. I think, yeah, she needs to look into maybe some conversations with people. Because no, that is not the first mean nursing structure I've heard of. My BFF and her husband are nurses, and they have some horror stories. See, this just makes me glad. I was in mass communications. They preferred you write everything. Because no. I had one teacher in one of my photography classes. I will never forget this. This was really great. I couldn't afford the book, and it was not $328. And it was because I had bought all the other books, and I don't know how I balanced, but somehow I didn't balance where that book was in the budget because it was kind of pricey. And so he let me use his book to copy down all the notes that I needed for the classes and to like take pictures and stuff of the different pictures that I needed to study for the story. And if I wanted to take it to the library and copy it, like the pages out so that I would have it to be able to write on. So yeah, like that's the type of teachers you need who understand that maybe you just can't spend $328 on a book, or maybe you can't afford to keep a book for $320. Plus, I would argue as a nurse, isn't there new texts and new studies being done all the time? So don't you need like the newest thing? It's not about, you know, having like an old textbook because things change all the time.
And I don't think that would fly now. I know with my daughter, you can borrow books. There's book places that you can like check out the book for the semester. They even have one on Amazon. She had to get like 3 of her books at one point. She had to get off of Amazon because they were so hard to get, or they were super expensive to buy them at the college. You have to turn those books back in.
Yeah. Yeah.
No,
it's like it's crazy.
Absolutely not. You're paying for this book because this is a borrowed book. I borrowed it for $5 and I gotta return it. If you make me write in it or you tear it up, I suggest you here's the receipt for $400.
Oh, wow.
You're gonna pay for it.
Sadly, I preferred Nurse Grinch over instructor. I'll look that up because she didn't know anything about what she was teaching other than reading doctor's orders. Nurses need to know pharmacology. I fully agree with that statement. Yes, nurses have to do constant continuing education and have their results certified in several different fields every year. Yeah. One of my dad's ex-girlfriends was a nurse, and I remember her having to take classes and doing different things. So yeah, we're still live, but we're almost done. We're gonna do outros and everything. Quick outros, JC.
Yeah, I got an F factor. I'm working on an outline for my short story.
There is no F's, Nia.
I feel like I failed the assignment.
No, you did.
You're so funny.
Somewhere in the outline.
I don't doubt that.
In fact, I believe Tiffany provided an outline last time. So
I did, and I'm going to put it back in the boxy box. I just forgot to do it this week because, as JC knows, up until last night, I thought I put a lot of stuff in the boxy box.
Oh, yeah.
And then somehow I clicked on it. It was like, huh, look at what's not there. Okay. I'm so glad I got you on my calendar now. I'm glad too. I love spending time with all of you. You're like my virtual peoples. Hugs. All right, guys.
We are gonna with the hug hands.
All right, we're gonna get out of here before my computer does something stupid like restarts all over again. We will be back in a couple of weeks. So 2 weeks.
She freezes. Okay, I'm sorry.
Did I?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Bad teasing.
Like I feel like I need to keep moving so we know we're all here.
Okay. Outro.
Oh, thank you. Sweet.
I guess I'm first, huh? Crap. Okay. Hi. I'm author JC Carpenter. I am the self-published author of 2 books, The Diary of Succession of Flies and The Art of Love Poetry Collection, soon to be 3, because I have my second poetry collection coming out next Friday called To Love with Sorrow. I also have a blog, online store, online magazine, Redbubble shop, Ko-fi page, Patreon, all that good stuff. You can come find all of those links on my channel because they probably won't be here.
They will be here.
I stream on Wednesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So come hang out with us. And usually these lovely ladies are with me. And yeah, that's it. That's me, Nia.
Hi, I'm Nia the Vixen of Fiction here on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, sometimes on Twitter and Twitch. You can find me on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. where I live stream writing sprints, and I host Scripting the Book, which will be JC's giving shifty eyes. I'm like, am I saying my stuff wrong? This is my outro, right?
No, when you said I sometimes on Twitter and Twitch, I'm like, when are you on Twitter? I'm sorry, what?
I told you I've been trying to stay up on
I'm
stuff.
sorry. Well, you called me out. I wasn't gonna say anything.
I was thinking, did I say something wrong?
I was confused. I was like, when are you on Twitter? I'm sorry. What?
I was like,
I'm sorry.
I was thinking maybe I said Monday. Did I say Monday at 7 when I meant to say Tuesday?
No, that wasn't why I was looking like that. I'm sorry.
It was okay. Now. The Twitter makes sense. It was the Twitter because I'm rarely there. Honestly, she's not wrong. But I do go there on occasion. So if I see that you followed me, I will follow you. I host Scripting the Book. We're doing Hidden Figures this month on the 19th. Coming up, we've got Bullet Train, Artemis Fowl, Game of Thrones, Crazy Rich Asians. If you're interested in any of those, come check us out. And I host at the end of the month Author Troopers React, which is a lot of fun. We talk about all things happening in the writing and bookish community. And I'm a Loki mom, a mom of 4, and I'm a wife, and I'm a fitness instructor, and I'm writing all kinds of things. So stay tuned. I have a newsletter now that'll be coming out in the middle of the month. So yay.
Oh, and you guys are on my channel. I am your cruise director. And I will be back on Thursday for PJs and Scribbles. Might be guided, don't know. Might be self-care, might be just hanging out, having fun. We don't know. We'll see. Might be productivity. Who knows? But we'll be hanging out on Thursdays. I will be with these lovely ladies at any given point during the week. And we will be back not next Saturday, but the Saturday after that. And apparently I won a free Milwaukee power drill. Thanks. Updated email.
Say what?
It just popped up on the side there. I was like, what? Okay. Hopefully by then we won't have computer issues, and we will be great. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day, rest of your weekend, and we will see you again probably on Dez's stream on Mondays. So we will talk to you guys later. Have a good time, and write short stories. Bye.